Hey guys, I just wanted to give you an update on the Mega Tree after doing some repair work today, and maybe give you a little more of a rundown on it. This design is by Walter Monkhouse. Walter has been phenomenal at helping me with this. You'll see here that I have a differential receiver board here for the star and 5 of my glow trees on the right side of the tree. So there's my differential receiver, which is just awesome. And I'm only using one of these power supplies and leaving the other one in there because I have future-proofed myself, which means I bought more than I needed. The way the portable hole works is there are 8 anchor points. And recently I put in the 8th, which is this rebar right down here. And this thing, I tell you, I'm pushing on it now. This thing's not going anywhere. So, and even because I have it anchored here really well, I went ahead for safety measures and put in a guy wire here. And then I have a guy wire here, which is to help balance the topper. It's not really doing its job because that topper's still leaning, and I don't really want to put any more pressure on it. Next year I'll have a metal topper and it will not lean at all. And then of course I have one more on the backside corner here. This is just in case it were to blow over that way. Typically I don't think it ever would because with these pressure points pulling on it from the EMT at the bottom. I do have one more guy wire here. I learned my lesson the first night I had this thing up. And these little assembly things here are fantastic. I got rebar driven in the ground pretty good. These are 4 foot pieces of rebar. And then I painted this wire black, which I try not to run into because I'll decapitate myself one of these days. And I have that at the midway point. Let me go over here to the winch. I painted the pole some, which meant I got paint everywhere. And this is the winch assembly that is used to push up that sliding inner pole there. That's a 1.5, and the black pole here is 2-inch. And you'll see that I have some bolts up there that are pushed in, and those help control the raising of that inner pole. That's called a slip ring right there. And then inside this section right here, see that little nut on top? That slips down about 3 or 4 inches into that 1-inch EMT, which holds it steadily. And then this little piece right here helps keep it guided so it doesn't go off course, because enough weight on there, that thing will buckle. So it's a pretty simple design, but a lot of thought went into it, a lot of engineering to make sure this thing is safe. Apparently I could probably get this thing up to 30-40 feet with adding onto it, but I'm happy with this right now. And it's easy to let back down to fix things if I need to, or if I've got a big storm coming in. And you'll see my rat nest here of cables. I think that's organized as well as it's going to be for this year. If it's going to rain, I'll cover this whole thing and protect those. One of the things I wanted to talk about was I originally went with the Bungee Balls, and I'm going to say for the record that Bungee Balls are cool if you're looking to do that mediocre tree. I think if you're looking for a symmetrical tree where you're trying to get pixel alignment, where these guys go across, and I'll tell you, mine's not going to be nearly as straight as Walter's and accurate because I made some mistakes. I'll be correcting those next year. But I put in these J hooks here. And what I'm going to do is I'll go around all these and just tighten these down. I just want to make sure, do some fine tuning before I lock them down. I think I'm pretty good. These are about as tight as they'll get. But by doing this, it allows me to lower or raise the strip that's holding these pixels so that I can get them aligned. You can't do that with bungee balls because metal ring, this EMT ring that I made here. I didn't do such a good job with it. Next year I'll have someone professionally bend that for me, and I'll make sure that the holes are all at the exact right angle. You see here, I'm at a good angle here. Over here I got a little more aggressive, so it causes this to be further in than out. But from the outside, I can't see a difference. And tonight when I run the show, if I don't see a big enough difference, I won't worry about it. Some of them I have re-drilled, so if this doesn't look good, I'll just drill straight in here at a different angle in here, and I'll bring those strings out. That takes 5 minutes, not a big deal. Start with a small, well actually ping it, get a dimple in there, start with a smaller bit, then go to the 1/4 inch bit, and you're solid. But I love the way it aligns the pixels so much better than what I had before. They were all over the place. And while most people viewing the show are just in awe that they see something like this, they think it's, wow, man, this, you only see this at Disneyland or Disney World. Are you in the movie industry? Do you do this for a living? And my number one response is, actually, no, I'm a plumber. And I usually get a chuckle or, are you serious? And if you guys are plumbers out there, I apologize. I'm not making fun of your trade. But see, this drives me a little crazy, because this is in too far and this is in too far. I know the sun's harsh. I just have to fix these. I've got wires hanging up. Another recommendation I would make, I think I would go with square nodes. These cables are bunch up so much that as they get higher up, and because they're really dense, they catch on each other, and it drives me frickin' bats. I'm not gonna get a lift again to go up there and straighten that up. Like this one here, you see that? Oh, fixed. I know you guys are laughing, going, oh hell, we do this all the time, Ron. You're not telling us anything new. Well, guys and ladies, this is my exploration. I'm just sharing. And for the new people, and I have to tell you, a guy came up to me last night. He's from here in town. He's been looking at doing this type of stuff. And he goes, well, what do you think of Lightorama? I said, I think it's great. I think it has some really nice features, but that's what I started with. But it doesn't understand DMX super well. And if you're looking to do a show where you can't really progress as far as you really want to, I'd look at X-Lights. There's a lot of good software. There's Vix and X-Lights, Madrix, if you want to spend a fortune. But I'm convinced X-Lights does the best job, and because of that, it's inspired me to want to build props like this. It's not rocket science. It's just time allocation and a lot of effort and devotion. All right, you guys have any questions, drop me a line. Talk to you later.